Yo guys, what's going on? So we're bringing back a brand new Madden 22 rebuild. This is the second rebuild on the channel, and we're going to be rebuilding the Steelers. This is going to be a realistic rebuild, but I'm also doing a kind of a what-if type rebuild for this, because there is talks of Aaron Rodgers going to the Steelers after this season. Yesterday, at the time I'm recording this, yesterday was Ben's last game at Heinz Field, most likely his last game. I don't see him playing another season. He's just regressing heavily, and a lot of people have mentioned Rodgers as the person who's gonna take over the Steelers team afterwards, which it would suck as a Packers fan for that to happen, but I could also see it happening. I wouldn't be like completely shocked. I would be upset though. So today we're gonna go in, we're gonna get Rodgers, and it's gonna be a painful rebuild for me. So I'm gonna look at who needs to renegotiate their contracts. They also need to see the money situation we're gonna be in. Juju's coming back. Definitely. He's gonna be playing like next season for us, and hopefully if we do get Aaron Rodgers, Juju is just a great person that would be able to go in that spot instantly. So he's actually pretty cheap, and we don't have to deal with that safety position. He should progress into a really good player. We're gonna re-sign Witherspoon, and yeah, we're not even gonna have to trade Ben. He's a 73 overall, 39. I do think it was a good time for him to retire, but it is still sad to see regardless. We don't have to sign a lot of people. I think I might sign Dwayne Haskins just to have that backup spot. Sad, but so we re-signed Dwayne Haskins just in case we can't find a quarterback this offseason. Also just a backup position that we need. We also re-signed James Washington, just need depth at receiving position. Like I said, this is a realistic style, even though it is a what-if. So we are, injuries is on. Witherspoon re-signed, Terrell Edmonds re-signed. I'm going to re-sign Trey Turner. And we also re-signed Juju. But I need to re-sign Trey Turner. I kind of just browsed over this. The linemen, we can sign him to a longer deal. It won't be that big of a deal. This is the team. Like I said, Ben's not going to be here next year. Najee Harris has had an incredible season. People are already putting him in like top 5 running backs. I would say like top 10. This line is not good. This is like, looks like it's gonna really kill this rebuild, having to fix this. Deontay Johnson had a horrible year last year. I mean like horrible. And this year he's really churned it around. I think he was like, might have been #1 in drops last year. And now he's become the #1 receiver. Chase Claypool is great. He just, oh god, everyone's been talking about that clip where he gets the first down, and they could have won that game, and he just kind of showboated. So it is what it is. This defense is insane though. I mean, we have Minkah Fitzpatrick. This man needs to win Defensive Player of the Year. He's like 1 sack away from being the sack record, I'm pretty sure, as of yesterday. Cameron Hayward's really good, even though he's 32. Devin Bush is good. So we're not going to have to work really on the defense a lot, except for tackle and maybe edge. Maybe a little bit of corner too, because like I said, Joe Hayden's not going to be there next year. So we're going to simulate to the playoffs and see what I'm going to have to trade for Rodgers. I might just wait till offseason completely, because I know we're going to have to trade our first pick. Like, it's no debate. Especially if we don't make the playoffs, we're going to have to trade that pick. There's like still a chance to make the playoffs. I don't see it happening though. We don't make the playoffs. We lost against the Ravens. I'm gonna look at season stats. Brady finished with almost 5,400 yards and 46 touchdowns. Probably won MVP. Ben, really bad. We were 23rd in offense, 22 in defense. Mason Rudolph had this one game where they couldn't beat the Lions. It says enough. Najee had a great first year, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Deontay Johnson, like I said, 1,100 yards. 7 touchdowns. Pat Freiermuth, I don't know how to say that. Pat got 8 touchdowns, 520 yards. Claypool almost had 900 yards, 4 touchdowns. Najee also had 464 receiving yards. Joe Schreiber and Minkah Fitzpatrick both had 100 tackles. TJ Watt, 24 tackles were lost and 20.5 sacks. I think is that the record? I don't think he got it in Sim. He missed it. He didn't get it. He was literally 3 sacks off of getting that. Still an insane season. No way he doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year. Alex Highsmith, 16 tackles for loss, 5.5 sacks. Cameron Hayward, 8 sacks. I don't think anything else is going to be different for sacks. Is there anyone that... No one was close. Minkah Fitzpatrick, 3 sacks. Cameron Sutton, 2. Witherspoon, 2. Cameron Hayward actually had an interception. Did I say sacks for these guys? I meant interceptions if I did say. And that's about it. We're gonna see what. Actually, I'm gonna check awards to make sure that Defensive Player of the Year wasn't robbed from us. Yeah, this is how it normally goes in Sim for that. Defensive Player of the Year did go to TJ Watt. Najee Harris won Offensive Rookie of the Year. So honestly, I could see us having to legitimately trade both like 2 first-round picks to get this man. Ben retired. There, that's sold. Ben's retired. Now we have to try to trade for Rodgers. And if I can't trade for Rodgers, I might have to switch teams if you can still do that. And just trade him myself. Okay, now we can trade, I believe. Yes. So now we're gonna see what all we have to get for Aaron Rodgers, or what all we have to give up for Aaron Rodgers, because that's obviously gonna be a pretty hefty trade in real life too if this goes down. None. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go do this myself. I'm just gonna trade. The real question here is, can I get the Steelers to accept this trade? See, Madden needs a trade override section, or like an option, because of this thing right here. It makes it so difficult to do this type of stuff. Well, I don't think they'll take this trade. They did. Okay, well, that's the trade I want to make. So now I can go back to the Steelers and see what I need to do in offseason. There we go. Aaron Rodgers is a Pittsburg Steeler. That hurts to say. We're going to give Najee just power back. I don't really care that much. This is what Steelers fans want so badly, I guess. This hurts me. Like, actually... This ain't gonna look right, man. Well, if Rodgers wants to stay on this team, we're gonna have to give him a line to work behind. And I don't really think we need to give him like more receivers to work behind. He has pretty good receivers. But line definitely is where he worked on. And now we have, I guess this edge isn't that bad. We have defensive tackle to worry about and corner a little bit. So I'll get to that so Rodgers doesn't hold us for ransom. I'll stick with Rodgers the whole video, right? I'll stick with him the whole video if he doesn't regress. Like, once he drops, but I can't even offer any contracts week 1. That sucks. If he regresses below like 85, he's gone. Like, I'll just have to get rid of him at that point. Okay, now in week 2, we can actually sign free agents. I don't know why I did that. That was weird. Bryce Callahan. We bring Antonio Brown back to the Steelers for a season. We're just gonna look for corner in the draft, I guess, along with line. But we don't even have a first-round pick. I forgot. This is gonna suck trying to get linemen for this, because they're all old and they're all low overall. It's like Dennis Kelly, former Packer. Should fit in right in with Aaron Rodgers there. And literally, I'm just signing these guys for 1 year just in case I can't find anyone. Nothing personal. And I'll just take Okung. So both the linemen we offered signed. So we pick here, round 2, like I said. We have some receivers. And no one I really want, actually, now that I'm looking at it. We're going to take Khalil Keith. We need the position. Hand development, that's good. Strong. Good for pass block. I thought about it, and it doesn't make sense for me to pick anything other than there. I just need line. We're going to take Tyrese Robinson here. Another tackle. Normal development. Oh, well. Most likely just going to take line all throughout this draft. And I'm probably just going to take him again. I don't think he's that good. Still kind of just need a line. Yeah, not good. We're just going to simulate through the rest because... Actually, I'll simulate around 7 and see if, like, that linebacker's there. And I'll take him if he is. They actually are there, but I don't know if I want to take Christopher Allen or Andre Anthony. I think I've taken Christopher Allen before, so I'm just going to take Andre Anthony here. Probably move him to the edge if he looks like he's good for that. So we missed on all these guys, but Khalil Keith we did hit. 76 overall, hand development. Tyrese Robinson will just be a backup at some position. And none of these other guys are even worth me looking at, to be honest. Kind of sucks, but oh well. This is the team we have going into season, I guess, number 1 for us. Rodgers is at quarterback. The offense looks a lot better now that I've signed these players I needed to sign. I'll look to see if I can find a D tackle in free agency if like one fell or something. Other than that, this is going to be the team. And if I do change anything, I'll let you guys know. So I signed Brandon Williams for D tackle. He was only like 2 mil, so it was fine. And I signed Jason Verrett to fill in cornerback 1. He still has star development, and he's also a significant higher overall than these guys. So it's just I wanted to have a better corner in that position. And now that I do, I'll see you guys mid-season to see if we're dog shit or if we're actually the Rodgers trade was worth it. Steelers are 4-3 mid-season, so it looks like it's turning out well for us. I would hope so. Rodgers isn't even in the top for this though. Scary a little bit. TJ Watt has 8 sacks. Cameron Sutton, isn't he on our team? I think he is. He has 4 interceptions. I want to see the stats for midseason just to see how Rodgers is doing and if the offense actually got better. It did. Rodgers has 15 touchdowns, 1,700 yards. We're the 11th offense in the league. Defense is still struggling. But just the fact that our offense did improve is just great. And why did I see that Benny Snell had the most receiving yards? Are we like hurt? Don't tell me Najee got hurt his 2nd season. We just lost to the Bucks, by the way. Did Najee get hurt? Come on. He didn't. So why is Benny Snell just outperforming him? Something, I forgot what his name was. Anyways, Keith has star development. Jason Verrett actually dropped in overall for whatever reason. He's playing down with morale. And Cameron Sutton is leading the league in receptions, and he's sitting behind Jason Verrett. So maybe that was a bad decision, but doesn't matter. We're gonna simulate 2 playoffs, and see if we can make it. I don't think we shouldn't make it, but like, also look how competitive this division is. We made the playoffs at 11-6. We won the division, and I want to see what we were at as far as like overall in the playoff bracket. We were 2. The only person who had a better record than us were the Chiefs. Ravens and Browns both made it in too. So like everyone but the Bengals made it in. That's kind of sad. I'm a big Burrow fan. They barely didn't make it in. Ravens barely made it in. See how played this season. Brady still just will not retire. He refuses to. Did we have any leaders in anything? Nick Bosa had 25 sacks. That broke the record. Holy shit. I hope our defense played better second half of the season. We had 6 offense. And what was our defense? 14th. So our defense did actually pick it up. Rodgers, 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns to 19 interceptions. Dude, Rodgers having a 19 interception season is the weirdest thing I've seen. Easily through Madden. And Dwayne Haskins came in for a little bit. I guess Rodgers got hurt on play. 3 completions, 31 yards, and a touchdown. Maybe he should be the future of this team, man. Najee, 1,100 yards, 13 rushing touchdowns. Benny Snell had 500 yards, 9 touchdowns. Rodgers had 268 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Juju had 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Deontay Johnson had 10 touchdowns, 900 yards. Claypool almost had 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Pat Freiermuth had 4 touchdowns, 700 yards. Najee had 232 yards and no receiving touchdowns, though. Devin Bush led in tackles at 110. Cameron Sutton had 102, or 105, my bad. Chris Wormley had 16 tackles for loss. Cameron Hayward had 15. And what are sacks looking like? Cameron Hayward led with 11. I guess he didn't lead. He tied with TJ Watt. TJ Watt had a really underperforming year after last year. Alex Highsmith had 7.5 sacks. The rest kind of just dropped. Our rookie, Otito? Okay. He had 3 sacks, actually. So, that's that. Cameron Sutton had 5 interceptions, led the team. Did he have any... No one had a defensive touchdown except Minka Fitzpatrick, so the only pick 6 on the team. Still, 5 interceptions. Terrell Edmonds had 4. Joe Schreiber had 2. Witherspoon had 2. And you know what's funny? I signed Jason Verrett and he had 1. He did take it back for 20 yards though. We're gonna see if we can make it farther in the playoffs. Actually, I want to check awards first, because that's kind of an important thing to look at. we win anything? Malik Willis almost won MVP first season with the Lions. Mike Zimmer is never winning Coach of the Year. I don't want to ever see this in this game again. Rodgers was in there for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year went to Melvin Ingram. Cameron Hayward was at 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Did we even... I don't think we had an Offensive Rookie. Oh, yeah, the lineman. Defensive Rookie of the Year. No. That's running back. Do we have anyone in here? No. Okay, so... I just see Von Miller was on the Dolphins. Okay, that's odd. So can we beat the Chargers? We go to the divisional round of the playoffs. We beat the Chargers 34-28. Moving on to the divisional to face the Jets. Let's see. We have a weekly award here. Let's see who got it. Aaron Rodgers, 24 of 37, 308 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, an interception though. He got sacked 4 times. That's that. Let's see. Can we beat the Jets to go to the AFC Championship? If we can't beat the Jets, we don't need to continue this rebuild. We beat him 27 and we have to play a broken Chiefs team. If we can beat the Chiefs, though, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. But I don't see us beating the Chiefs. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. We lost. They blew us out. The Chiefs is just overpowered in this game. And that's that. Well, let's restart after all that work. Let's go through it all again. I didn't even look to see who needs re-signing, by the way. I keep forgetting to do this. It was so much easier on the old game before the update to see everything. Now I have to like go through stuff. Minka Fitzpatrick wants a contract. I'll give him this. He's played good for us. Obviously, I'm going to re-sign him. He's young too. Rodgers only wants 1-year deal. If Rodgers retires on us after playing for us for 1 year, he's already dropped X Factor. I'll literally cry, like real tears. Deontay Johnson, I'm gonna bring back for 4 years though. Whatever. I don't care. We have the money. I'm just kind of handing out contracts at this point. Devin Bush is definitely coming back. Already up to an 82 overall with morale. Cameron Sutton, I'll resign for like 2 years. Just led our team in interceptions. He's just not interested in signing. Okay, like I'm not signing you to a $20 million franchise tag. You're not that good. So free agency is basically our draft because we can't have a first round pick until like next year. So Quentin Nelson is definitely coming to this team. No doubt about it in my mind. I'm gonna give JJ Watt a contract. I want all the Watts on the team. In fact, I'll go sign Derek Watt, I think. Derek Watt. Yeah, I'll go sign Derek Watt to bring him back to this team. I want all the Watts on this team. I could bring Montez Sweat here. Because Cameron Hayward's gonna regress. He's already regressing. And yeah, I'm gonna give Montez Sweat a contract and then trade Cameron Hayward somewhere. I don't know where yet, but I'm gonna hand out some big contracts this offseason. I don't think we're beating the Eagles by enough in bidding for this. I'm gonna up the bonus a little bit more. I want to like have a significant increase. Yeah, okay, there we go. So these are the contracts I'm handing out. I'm handing out JJ Watt a contract. I'm handing out Montez Sweat a contract. I'm handing out Sean Murphy Bunting, Darrell Henderson, Evan McPherson, and Derek Watt. I have a plan, okay? I want every Watt on this team. If I have to go trade for JJ, if JJ Watt says no, fuck you, I'm retiring, I will triple his money. I'm bringing all the Watts to this team. And we have... No, JJ didn't sign. That's what he thinks. That is what he thinks. I will go give him more money. I'm bringing JJ Watt to this team. Dude, you're not even outbidding me. Do I need to raise... Yo, I'll raise it to 2 years. You're going to regress into the hole by then. But I'll give you more. Like, as long as you don't sign with the Bears. Why would you even consider signing with the Bears? We're a better team. We just went to the AFC Championship. Sign with us. Sign with us, JJ. You want to. He accepted. And Darrell Henderson actually did not accept. You whore. And I wanted to sign Quentin Nelson. And I'm just thinking about it. And I completely forgot. I was so sidetracked by getting every Watt on this team that I completely forgot to even offer him a contract. It's fine, though. Other than left tackle, which left tackle's a second-year player, so it's not that bad. This is it, boys. This is it. Cameron Hayward we're trading. He's 34. He's already lost his development, but he's a 91 overall, so we can get something good for him from the right team. Maybe. Is there anything? No, no one wants him. Can I move him to like D tackle? Would he play? Can he play that position? We got it, boys. Okay, so I moved Cameron Hayward to defensive tackle. So now Montez Sweating's starting at right end, and we got JJ Watt starting at left end, and then we got TJ Watt at outside linebacker. This is just crazy. Look at this. Look at this team. We got all the Watts. This is crazy. So corner's still weak for us. Could look at that in the draft. We do not have a backup running back as of right now. Is this another Edmonds? Trey Edmonds. Could this guy be related to Terrell Edmonds and Tremaine Edmonds? Do we need to go get Tremaine Edmonds from the Bills and have every Edmond on the team? What the hell? Why did... Okay, well, that's weird. They moved Heath to left tackle and Tyrese Robinson to right tackle. I don't think it matters, really. They're both... They just play the tackle position. I don't know why flipping them would do anything. Oh, we do have another week to sign free agents. So I'm going to sign a running back. Like, Bareem Hostert is the best running back here. He's 31. I don't want to sign any of these guys. So I'm just going to sign someone in the draft. How good is Scott McLeod? He looks really good. We're going to take him. Normal development, whatever, I don't care. Once we get to like 5th round for us, it might as well be over. I'm not going to do every single round of the draft. I'll let the CPU pick some people. Wayne Parks is here. I'm going to take Martin Staley now. Normal development, I don't really care. Like, I don't know how to feel about drafting right now, because like none of the players are really anything we need. Technically, I feel like the team is pretty well built. We just had a really great free agency, and this is going to be our last pick. And am I just going to throw it away again? Most likely. Why are all these players look bad? All of them. They're all day 3 predictions. None of these players look great. Lance Wheeler actually looks decent. Normal development. Like, what? Oh, God. This scouting update is like the worst thing that could have happened to the franchise mode. We're going to sum to the end. I'll see you guys at draft week. Okay, so apparently the CPU is the only one who can pick players. We missed heavily on McLeod. We missed heavily on Staley. But the CPU, who took someone 6th round, got a 70 overall receiver. Literally, might as well have been start of the 7th. And he picked an actually decent receiver. It's... Ooh. Okay, well... I'm kind of... We'll have our 1st round pick next season, and hopefully we won't have to worry about using it on anything, because hopefully this team will be great by then. Like, we're still 80 overall, like, all around. I'm going to look at the team one more time before I sim to mid-season. The team's basically just average, I would say. So here's the team, about average everywhere. Like... It's above average, right? We're not an average team. I would say we're above average. Defense should be elite. How this defense is only an 80 overall blows my mind. It's probably linebacker position and corner. That's extremely lackluster. Wow, I didn't even notice that. But like the D line is insane. I think I'm gonna switch the Chiefs playbook. I'm gonna just do this real quick, and I'm gonna switch the Chiefs playbook. Because Chiefs playbook might be broken, but I want to see if it makes a difference for this team. I'm going to change Chiefs to Chiefs offense. I'm not going to change to anything else. But I want to change the Chiefs offense just to see, boys. If it does like insanely well, then I'll switch back. I don't want a broken offense. But Rodgers probably only has like a year or 2 left on this team, so I'll see you guys mid-season. At mid-season, we're 6-1. Does it make that big of a difference? I swear, Rodgers is probably going to be leading. And he is. Dude, what is with the Chiefs playbook that just is so broken? Sean Murphy-Bunting is actually tied in interceptions. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna see who wants to negotiate their contracts, who needs re-signing. Aaron Rodgers needs re-signing. I'll re-sign him, but I think after this year he's probably gonna lose superstar, which will suck. And at that point, I cannot justify signing him again. Kevin Dotson re-signed. Everything aside from you, bitch. I could have gotten this all done at once, and you just made it so much more difficult. Really, no one else here needs to be re-signed. I'm gonna give Dwayne Haskins another contract. I'll give Alex Highsmith the contract. Just, you guys literally are not that good of players, and you want more money. Okay, Kevin Dotson. You know, I'm talking about in Madden, right? I'm not talking about like in real life. I don't know if they're good in real life, but in Madden, they're not fucking good. Why do you want more money? We just lost to the Chiefs by 3 points previous week. Tried to get revenge and we couldn't. So I'm gonna simulate to the playoffs. We went 12-5, made the playoffs, and we just beat the Colts 41-22, and we have a weekly award. So I'm gonna check that out. And Rodgers had 375 yards, 4 passing touchdown, and 4 carries for 10 yards. We're gonna look at season stats. Holy shit. We had the first offense in the NFL, obviously. I want to see what our defense is. We were 20th defense. Doesn't look like it mattered. The record, Rodgers beat the passing yard record by a bit. The previous passing yard record was 5,477 by Peyton Manning. And Rodgers got 5,900, almost a 6,000 yard passing season. 43 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Average 347 yards per game. Dwayne Haskins, of course, had to get his complimentary touchdown at some point in the season. Rushing, Najee still had 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. Anthony McFarland had 124 yards and 5 touchdowns. He was the backup running back. 1,000 yard receiving yards. Claypool, 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns. Deontay Johnson, 1,400 yards, 15 touchdowns. Brett Freiermuth, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Juju, 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Najee almost had 600 yards, 4 touchdowns. This is looking like one of the best defenses, or not defenses, one of the best offenses in the NFL, period, like ever. 300 yard or 300 tackle seasons for Joe Sherbert, Devin Bush, and Sean Murphy-Bunting. J.J. Watt led in tackles for a loss. T.J. Watt was right behind him. Devin Bush was third in sacks. Let's see it. T.J. Watt 13. Alex Highsmith had 8. Cameron Hayward at 7.5. Montez Sweat at 6.5. J.J. Watt 5.5. And let's see the interceptions. Sean Murphy-Bunting had 4 interceptions. Dan Bush had 3, Witherspoon had 3, Joe Sherbert had 3, Terrell Edmonds had 3, and Cortez Davis, I don't even know who that is, had 3. And there's no reason I go here and Rodgers isn't MVP, right? No way. Yeah, that's obvious. Rodgers MVP, coach of the year, that's just, it wouldn't happen even if he was still a coach. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Rodgers, no brainer. Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt was at 3. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I don't think we have any rookies that even played. Best QB goes to Rodgers. Best running back, Najee just barely gets beat out by Derrick Henry. Best receiver goes to Deontay Johnson, which Chase Claypool was at 2. Did I just see Devontae Adams on the Texans? I did, okay. We have any other best? TJ Watt, best linebacker. So, I'm pretty satisfied if Rodgers even... Not that I want him to, but if Rodgers decides... Because this would have been his 4th MVP. Yeah. Because, unless he wins in real life, then it would have been his 5th. Are we going to be able to beat the 9-8 Jets? We beat them 35-10. Pretty easy. Let's see weekly awards. Probably Rodgers. Yep, 326 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, and interception. John Buying had 2 interceptions in the game too. Can we beat the Ravens? 11-6. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. We beat them. And we meet the Chiefs once again. Can we beat the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl? We lost to them earlier in the season by 3. We beat them by 3 this time. So it just flipped. It flipped. We beat them by 3. They beat us by 3 earlier in the season. And now we're going to the Super Bowl to face the Falcons. So, I'm going to go in and simulate and see how it goes. So we start off. No one's scoring. We score a touchdown. Don't get the extra point. We score another touchdown. They score. Pretty close game still. We score before half. We're going back. They score. It's still a close game. It's starting to get. It's getting away from them now. It is really getting away from them. I kind of want to go change of possession, and then I just kind of want to see a Packers drive, or not Packers. I want to see a good old Steelers drive with Aaron Rodgers. This team is just broken. 41-17. No, they didn't stand a chance, and I'm probably just gonna run this. Najee has 109 yards and 4 touchdowns himself. He's probably gonna win Super Bowl MVP. And that's just rushing. He could have receiving touchdowns. Only got 2 yards on that though. This game's over. Rodgers has his X factor again. That's odd. Is he gonna lose it? And Najee's just going to tear apart this whole team. And that would put Najee over the 140-yard mark. The game's gonna end now, right? Like, he could just kneel down. Is he gonna pass the ball or gonna hand it off again? No, he's just gonna like die. And Steelers are Super Bowl champions with Rodgers. Rodgers wins a Super Bowl championship with the Steelers. 287 yards, 1 touchdown. Really looked like Najee just kind of ran them. Just ran through them the whole game. I want to see who won Super Bowl MVP because it's got to be Najee, right? Najee Harris wins Super Bowl MVP. Rodgers wins Offensive Player of the Year and MVP. We're gonna negotiate with whoever we have to negotiate still. I think I just need to re-sign like Kevin Dotson. He just wants more money, salary. Let's give him a bunch of money. He just got injured though in the Super Bowl, so it might have been minor, but. And we'll give Alex Highsmith a little bit more money too, since he wanted more. Doesn't really deserve it, but he's up to an 80 overall, so. And then I think I wanted to give Dwayne Haskins like a small contract. This will work. If he takes this will be fine. I just don't want to have to worry about quarterback position in case Rodgers gets hurt. He is old, so I have to factor that in. We also have a first-round pick this year. That's great. I want to see who moved up in development trade, because I feel like Najee should have moved up to Superstar X Factor. Rodgers moves up to X Factor. Deontay Johnson got Superstar. God, everything's looking up for us. Najee's still not X Factor, even though I feel like he should be. Did anyone on the defense get X Factor? No. A lot of people jumped in overall, though. Tom Murphy Bunning's almost up to a 90. We are going to simulate another season. We picked at 32. And as much as this sucks to say, this might be a quarterback pick if there is someone there. Because, like, how long does Rodgers have left on this team? Honestly. How long does he have left? There's no quarterback here for me to pick. There's a lot of receivers, as per you fucking usual. We have a lineman here. That's round 1. We have, well, what's quarterback position look like? We have Will Bates, round 2 to 3. I'll just take him next. I think I'm gonna take Andrew McLeod here. Maybe. I don't really want him. I don't want, like, we're gonna take him. What the fuck? Like, let's just take him. This has been a good rebuild for me. He has hidden development as a lineman. It's like rare to see that, I feel like, in these videos. Just some rebuilds in general, if you like do rebuilds for fun. I don't feel like you find hidden development in linemen that often. Unless it's like a draft class that you download. Is the quarterback still here? He's not. And I don't want any of these quarterbacks, so. Terrell Fitzgerald. Could this be Larry Fitzgerald's, like, cousin or something? Is he gonna stay with us forever? He's not fast. Okay. He's not strong. But he can Move. He can't catch in traffic. He kind of can't do anything. I'll take Rayshawn Bright here. Yeah, let's just take him. It's not like I don't really have any positions of need. He's kind of fast, actually. But I don't think he's good. That's the thing. I don't think he's good. You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to trade the rest of my picks away. I guess not the rest of these picks. But I kind of just want to trade my picks away. And get something I want. And that's like I want a really good defensive tackler. Like a really good corner. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to trade my first round pick next year. And something and get like a really good cornerback. So this is the draft, or this is the thing we have decided to get. I didn't think this would go through, but we just took Ed Oliver from the Bills for our 3rd round pick this year and our 1st round pick next year, which I don't feel like we're going to be using the 1st round pick. I feel like we're going to dominate again, and it's going to be the 32nd pick. And at that point, I don't really need that pick. It becomes obsolete for me to use it. So trading it away for a player like Ed Oliver to kind of replace Cameron Hayward isn't that big of a deal. I'm also going to be trying to trade Cameron Hayward before the season starts. He's a lot of money, and I feel like we could still potentially get something out of him. If not, he'll just start below Ed Oliver, which won't be that big of a deal either. Okay, let's try looking at the draft recap again without the game crashing. We hit on Sheriff Simpson. I didn't even pick this guy. Andrew McLeod, if I remember correctly, he had hidden development. Yeah, and he's playing up to a 70th overall. I will start him at like a position where we don't have anyone. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyone with a development trait. I'll throw him there because he's most likely just going to be star. Most linemen are. So this is the team. I'm actually not going to start him. I just realized he's going to be a lower overall than any other person. Rodgers is down to an A6 overall. He's regressing even though he just won an MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and a Super Bowl. He's still regressing because Madden logic. Receiving core still looks great. Line is now actually built up. Not much to say about that. This is still, like, linebacker is still the only position we're really lacking in. I'm going to try to trade Cameron Hayward. I want a corner, or I'll trade him for a lineman. I'll see what I can get him for. I don't think many teams are going to want him. In that case, I will just keep him. But, like, is there going to be anyone who even wants him a little bit? The Dolphins do, but they don't have money. I'll see what I can get from the Falcons if they're willing to give up. The Falcons have Stephon Diggs and Kyle Pitts and Calvin Ridley. You know, they're not completely against giving up AJ Terrell. And I would be willing to give like a bunch of draft picks to get him, actually. Okay, that's possible. I'm going for that. I want the AJ Terrell trade. Okay, so here's the trade. We're getting AJ Terrell for Cameron Hayward, a first next year, and my 2nd round pick this year, which really, those picks don't mean anything to me. Like I said before, scouting is just kind of fucked up like drafts for me, and I don't really use them that often. And now we have corner position solved. The only position we don't have solved is linebacker, and it's just really a middle linebacker 2, or I guess a better middle linebacker 1, and outside linebacker, which is still weird seeing JJ Watt, TJ Watt, and Derek Watt all on the same team. We are going to simulate mid-season and see how well we're doing then. Mid-season, we're 5-2, kind of like how we were last season. Rodgers isn't even in the top for receiving yards and stuff, so maybe didn't matter that much. We actually have no one in leading anything. Kind of sad. How's Rodgers' stats looking for season 1? We're looking decent. We're 12th offense, 29th defense. The defense has just sucked. Is it the Steelers playbook? Do I need to change it to a different playbook? Like, I don't know what good defensive playbooks there are. We're going to see who needs a contract. Rodgers is going to want a contract, and we're going to give it to him. It will be the last year we sign Rodgers, though. You know what? Let's just sign him to a 2-year deal. He wants more money. That's fair. You just won an MVP and stuff, buddy. Najee's gonna get a contract, so he can continue winning people's fantasy football games. Ed Oliver's gonna get a contract, which probably why the Bills gave him up so easily is because he was about due for a contract. JJ Watt, I want to keep all the Watt brothers together. If we go to the Super Bowl this season, it will be our last season. But if not, I might have to give JJ Watt that con. Because I need to keep all the Watt brothers together. So these are the only people I'm re-signing for now. I've re-signed Najee. I've re-signed Pat Freiermuth. I've re-signed Kendrick Green and Presley Harvin. Still don't know how I feel about re-signing TJ Watt. Or JJ Watt, I mean. Rodgers, I've submitted an offer. And same thing with Ed Oliver. Both want more money. Rodgers is 40 at this moment. And if he can win another Super Bowl, he's got to go down as one of the greatest. Man, that would, I guess it would only be his 3rd Super Bowl, but whatever. That we're going to simulate the playoffs and see how we're doing then. Finish the season 12-5 again, but still can't get the bye. Chiefs probably have it. Patrick Mahomes led in... Patrick Mahomes got 54 touchdowns. I had to double take that because that didn't look real. But it's right. He has 54 touchdowns. Rodgers, 2nd in the NFL for passing yards. And touchdowns 36, 11 interceptions. Kind of sucks. Dwayne Haskins did not get his complimentary touchdown this season. That sucks. Rushing, Najee, 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns. Did fumble the ball once. He broke 49 tackles. Once again, another a quad 1,000-yard season for these guys. Claypool 1,000 yards, Freiermuth 1,000 yards, Juju 1,000 yards, Deontay 1,000 yards. Claypool 10 touchdowns, Freiermuth 10, Juju 8, Deontay Johnson 7. Najee had 450 receiving yards along with a touchdown. Devin Bush and Joe Sherbert had 100 tackles. Minka Fitzpatrick and Sean Marine Bunting were also close to that. TJ Watt had 23 tackles for loss. Alex Highsmith had 14. JJ Watt 13. Ed Oliver had 12. Let's see. Next. TJ Watt 12. JJ Watt 10. Alex Highsmith had 8.5. Ed Oliver had 6.5. I'd be really scared of a team that had JJ Watt and TJ Watt. Joe Sherbert had 5 interceptions, led the team. Terrell Edmonds had 3. Devin Bush had 1. AJ Terrell only had 1. Sean Marine Bunting had 1. Minka Fitzpatrick had 1. A little underwhelming. We did have 6th offense. And what was our defense? 13th. A little underwhelming. We weren't as dominative. We weren't as dominant as last year. But we were still good. Aaron Rodgers at 8 for MVP. Coach of the Year. Kyle Shanahan on the Texans. Okay. Offensive Player of the Year. Lamar. I'm pretty sure he won MVP too. That doesn't make sense. No, Mahomes won MVP. I was going to say, if Lamar wins MVP after Mahomes broke the touchdown record, that'd be odd. Defensive Player of the Year. TJ Watt at 5. We shouldn't have any rookies in here. Best QB, Rodgers is at 4 behind Zach Wilson. Okay. Najee is at 5. Receiver, Chase Claypool, one best receiver of the AFC. Do we have anyone else in here? Okay. We play the Ravens, which I'm pretty sure we played like in multiple playoffs at this point now. It's kind of getting annoying. And we lost? Okay. Odd. I guess we're gonna re-sign the players we need to re-sign, and we will simulate because that's odd. We're gonna do another season, but just that's so weird to me. Rodgers wants more money. We'll give him the money. Okay, he takes it. Rodgers is 40, still with morale is up to an 89 overall. Ed Oliver wants the money. I'm going to give him the money. And I want to see how bad JJ Watt regresses before I give him a contract. And then we have the offseason, which I hope we have money for free agency because I've kind of given up on the draft. you guys couldn't tell. Chiefs lose Super Bowl 59 to Cowboys. Nothing surprised me with this game anymore, honestly. We're not re-signing JJ. One more year. We're going to do one more year of simulation. I'll keep JJ Watt on the team. You're not going to test out free agency. I'm going to franchise tag you for way more money than you would have gone originally. But for the purpose of this rebuild and me wanting to keep the brothers together, he's staying. But now we don't have any money for free agency. We shouldn't have any money for free agency. We could, but I don't think we will. We have a little, like, 13 million. We can make something work. There's just no one here. There's no one here. I'm gonna take Travis Etienne. I have a backup running back finally that I've been talking about getting forever. And that's about it. We're gonna get Travis Etienne, and then we're gonna go on to the draft, which we pick in round 3. Gonna be the only pick I use in that draft, by the way, because I don't care. And this is the last season. We don't pick till round 3. Pick 24. Like, I would just skip the draft completely if I wasn't rebuilding, if I'm being honest. At this point, I also wouldn't have made so many dumbass moves if I was rebuilding it, like, off video. I mean, I guess they weren't dumb. They've paid off. I don't think we've missed the playoffs, except for season 1. Mitch Pritchett. Dude, this guy, I swear, was in a rebuild. Like, not rebuild. Was literally in a draft not that long ago. And he's a round 1 to 2 projection. Welcome to the team, buddy. Normal development. And we're gonna simulate the rest of it. Because what does it goddamn matter? Oh, Rodgers is on the Steelers. This is so weird. We didn't hit on anyone. Bob Baxter. CPU picked him. The highest overall that we got. Is he like in hidden development or anything? Nope. So once again, we miss on everyone in the draft because fuck us. This whole drafting thing is just horrible. We're now up to the team's an 85 overall, 87 defense, 84 offense. I think with the premise of this whole rebuild being, and we lost, dude, please EA fix franchise, please. So as I was saying, concerning the premise of this rebuild is, oh, that hurts to see. Keeping Rodgers as a starter for this team, I would say it's gone really well. And like Rodgers is down to a star development, 82 overall. Just hurts to see, but this will probably be his last season. I don't see him not retiring after this season, and this is also the last season of the rebuild anyways. Defense, I forgot we didn't sign Joe Sherbert, so it's a good thing they picked up Baxter. Everything looks decent, really. I don't have any complaints. Minka Fitzpatrick has Superstar X Factor. They wait till the last season to give him it. And this is the team. I will see you guys mid-season to see how bad we played. Mid-season we are 5-2. This is starting to seem like a it's a pattern, boys. We lost last week by 3 to the Patriots. And we have weekly awards here. Rodgers almost threw for 400 yards. He had 5 passing touchdowns. Had 2 interceptions, though. I'm pretty sure those went to J.C. Jackson, if I saw correctly. Rodgers is leading the league. 70% completion percentage. 2,100 yards. 21 touchdowns. That's really good. Do we have anyone else here? Leonard Fournette's second in the league with rushing yards and touchdowns. Do we have... No, we don't have anyone here, I believe. Chase Claypool. He's up there in receiving yards. Of course. That's about it. I think we're just going to simulate to playoffs. I don't need to see who needs money because last season, we don't make it, we don't make it. If we make it, win Super Bowl, then we make it and win a Super Bowl. We finished season 12-5, third season in a row. This season, we actually got a bye week with that, so we had the #1 seed. Rodgers had 51 touchdowns this year. Wow. Okay. We had first offense. I'm not even looking at Rodgers' stats. You guys probably already saw it. I'm looking at first offense, second defense. Finally, our defense played well. Oh, Dwayne Haskins got his complimentary pass out. But anyways, Rodgers almost had 5,000 yards. He was literally 9 yards off. Okay. I think it's 9 yards off. 51 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Like, if someone's throwing for 51 touchdowns, who gives a shit if he's throwing 12 interceptions? Najee had 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns. Travis Etienne's first season, 416 yards, 11 touchdowns as well. Rodgers also had 2 rushing touchdowns and 165 yards. Man's playing like he's 20 still. Only 2 1,000-yard seasons. Pat Fairmouth led 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns. Claypool, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Deontay Johnson, 864 yards, 9 touchdowns. Juju and Najee, both 7 touchdowns. Najee had 600 yards. Najee is insane. Devin Bush had 109 tackles, led the team. Tackles for loss. Ed Oliver had 14. TJ Watt 13. JJ Watt 12. And let's see how sacks went. TJ Watt 13.5. Ed Oliver had 13. Montez Sweat 8.5. Alex Highsmith had 6. JJ Watt 3. Devin Bush had 3. He also had 3 interceptions. Let's see. Devin Bush had 3 interceptions. AJ Terrell had 3. Bob Baxter had 1. Terrell Edmonds had 1. Did anyone have any defensive touchdowns? No. Devin Bush did get a safety and a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. TJ Watt had 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, and Alex Highsmith had a forced fumble. I think that's it for those guys. So the team was insane. Mike Tomlin's at number 2 in the legacy leaderboard. Aaron Rodgers, MVP again. Also offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year. Defensive rookie of the year goes to Bob Baxter, which didn't think he would get that. Best QB goes to Rodgers. Best running back goes to Najee. Best receiver, Chase Claypool is right there. So team was insane, as they have been. How we even lost those 5 games, kind of questionable, since we have the first offense and the second defense. Anyways, we're going to simulate divisional championship, see who we're playing, and hopefully we can beat them. We're playing the Browns, division rivals. Got in at 10-7. What is happening to the Bengals? They've not, I don't think they've made the playoffs once this rebuild. We beat them 54 or 55-33. We have weekly awards here. What do we get? Rodgers had 350 passing yards, 5 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 3 carries for 17 rushing yards. He's still running the ball at his age, for whatever reason. And we're playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have Jordan Davis. That's the player I was trying to trade for. TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith are both coming back from injuries, so this should be a walk in the park for us in the AFC Championship. Let's make the Super Bowl. Let's get Rodgers another one. We lost. They blew us out. Wow. What? What happened? Trevor Lawrence happened, apparently. 5 touchdowns. No one on the team was gonna stop him, apparently. That sucks. Wow. Well, that's it for the video. Not much to do now. So this is what happened if Rodgers joined the Steelers. I guess probably without the insane yards, because man, Sim kind of goes crazy. Anyways, thank you all for watching this video. If you did enjoy the video, like, subscribe, comment what rebuild you want to see next, what team you want to see rebuild. If you want to see a style of rebuild, like a what if type, like we did with this. Other than that, thank you all for watching. See you guys out later. Peace.